Good morning. How's everybody today? Hey, this is Auntie Yaa'S Book Corner. My name is Yafoda Tobra. I welcome you to today's program. You might be aware that we have been doing a series since the middle of January when we came back, and it's the path to success. So, the first topic that we treated in the series was stagnation, comfort zones. Those are unproductive territories. The second week, we did triumphing over mediocrity. The third week, last week, we did traits of highly successful people. Today, I will reveal the topic, but before I do that, let me tell you about some of the programs that we have on this platform. And then I will go and share to groups and we'll come back and start. My co-host, Boating Russell, is not able to be here today, so I am going solo. Sorry for the noise in my background. Yes, so on Auntie Yaa'S Book Corner, we have our Saturday Facebook Lives, which is today, 2023. We started with the series The Path to Success. We've been touching on highlights basically, but just pointers or reminders for us to go back and re-examine our goals and whatnot. And then we have beauty lessons with your favorite auntie, and that is based on my book, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart, which is on Amazon. We have Own It with Your Own Ornithologist and Queen of Own It. That is based on my book, which is an Amazon best-selling book, Own It, a guide to taking accountability and responsibility for your own life journey. I am an Amazon International best-selling author. There's also Reflections based on my first book, which is a devotional, different insights that you get from it is very inspirational. It will motivate you. We have question of the day. We put a question out and we engage on it. It can be anything. How is your day going? How did your January go? What were your wins? Then there's Auntie Yaa'S Nuggets. I take a topic that applies to daily life and I talk about it and share my insights. There's also Pearls of Wisdom. It's a book from the Bible, a passage from the Bible that I talk about and how it applies to our daily life. I'm going to be doing one that it will probably come out not this Monday, but the following Monday. When you're reading the Bible, you see certain things and you tell yourself, oh my goodness, you see a person, this passage that I read, this crafty person advised somebody to take a course of action. And through that action, when that person died, who came to announce the obituary to the person's father? That one who had given you that bad advice. So we really need to be careful of who we associate with, was my take on it yesterday when I read that. And then there's a word for you, which is a short passage from the Bible, less than a minute long, just gives you a nugget to carry you throughout the day. Last but not the least of all, is my unapologetic self. That is based on my fifth book, which will be coming out later this year. It is in progress. And here it is, My Unapologetic Self, a guide to being real and living life on my own terms. What it is that sometimes, because of how we've been programmed culturally or the values that we grew up with, we forget to be ourselves. I come from a community where we're very focused on the Bible, religion, Christianity, you call it whatever you may, but are we really applying what we read in the Bible to our lives? We are not allowed to be ourselves. And you get to a particular stage and you tell yourself, when am I going to live my real and authentic life? So this is my take on it and how I have become my unapologetic self. Watch out for it on Amazon later this year. As soon as the link is ready, I'll put it out and you can go get your copy. Also, there's Auntie Yaa'S Own It Academy. We provide book publishing services life coaching, women empowerment. If any of the topics that we've been discussing on this platform resonates with you, you think you need help, you need clarity to get going in life, contact us. We're here to serve and support you. As well, I have two other pages, The Beauty for a Woman's Heart and All for His Glory. Please do patronize those pages. So with that, I'll keep quiet for a minute and go do some sharing, and we will continue. I'll reveal the topic and we'll continue. Oops. Okay, so let's go. I'll pull up my banners. The path to success. When we started this series, we defined success. Basically, success means different things to different people. Okay? A lot of times, especially in the community that we come from, we equate success with having a lot of money. No, success can be you feeling fulfilled when you learn a new thing, you read a new book, you gather some insights from it. I'm not somebody who's so given to audible reading. I like to read books. But yesterday I was on a platform listening to a book, and I listened to some of it after I left that platform, and I learned a lot of things. And the story that was being told, I related to it. Yes. So you learn in different ways. I get excited when I learn new things. When I'm listening to, I go to different platforms, educational platforms, mind you. I don't patronize beef platforms, no. So what happens is when I go to those platforms and I learn something new, I write it down and I follow up and I go check it out. So I get excited when I'm learning something new. That is my success. So someone might well ask, oh, what are you doing? Why do you want to learn? Listen, times have changed, life is changed, and you need to keep up. You need to keep up with trends. It's just the way it is. That's how it is. You just got to keep up. That's me. That's my definition of success. Yours may be different. Somebody's definition of success is being able to get through the day. That is them. You can't go and tell somebody what to feel successful about. It's an individual decision, really. So today's topic is developing a growth mindset. Developing a growth mindset. So that's the main topic. So the question that we may ask is, what is mindset? Yes, mindset is an established set of attitudes held by someone. I have my mindset, what I just explained to you. I like to learn that. I view things that you should always be learning new things, growing, being positive, impacting people, motivating people. So you won't find me associating with people who are negative. I'll walk away from you in a minute, in a flash. That is my choice. But you'll be called names in our society. That's what we do. But we're in 2023. Think about it. Times have changed. It was 23 years ago when we were all screaming and shouting, millennium, millennium. 23 years later, look at us. Look at where the world is going at breakneck speed. Can you afford to get left behind? You need to change your mind. Whatever stage of life that you're at, re examine yourself and ask yourself if you are on the right track. Unless you don't care. There's some who are just comfortable. Well, this is life. I'm just going through it. This is what I can do. If you're doing that and you are satisfied, you're happy inside, that is okay. I'm talking to those individuals who do not feel fulfilled, who are struggling, who know that there's something better, but they are so scared. They are so limited by the constraints put on them by society or by other people, and they can't push. So, also, mindset is a series of self perceptions or beliefs people hold about themselves. These determine their behavior, their outlook, and their mental attitude. Let me come to me Chrome 4 for a minute, okay? I'll say this again, a series of self perceptions or beliefs people hold about themselves. These determines behavior, outlook, and mental attitudes. When you look at our community on social media, what do you see? Insults, fights, or they are talking about OD, or a woman should do this, a man should do that, and all kinds of things. Look at the gray matter, the brain resources. I always say that your mind is your greatest asset. What are you doing with it? People are inventing things. People are coming up with innovative ideas to push their societies forward. And in 2023, we have these kinds of mindsets. And when we see people trying to be better, we put them down, we call them names instead of embracing what they have to say. Look, before I came on, I read a post about this young lady. I think she's in the media, I'll just summarize it, but she was in a newsroom and she kept learning, doing things, doing this, doing that. And people were telling her, oh, they won't pay you, oh, this or that. Sometimes it's not all about money, the experience that she has gained and the things that she's doing. The boss saw her once and said hello to her, mentioned her name. She goes, oh, do you know me? She goes, yes, I know you. I watch you every day. So what she had been doing had caught the attention of the boss. You need to push yourself. So this is an individual. What I wrote there is that, well done, keep pushing. But we are told the behaviors that we have, it's an entitlement behavior. Oh, you people in abroad, you people back home, it's become us versus them. Oh, you don't want us to come abroad. Help me do this. We feel so entitled. We think somebody should be living our life for us. Somebody should be giving us money. The government is not doing this. The government is not doing that. How about you, the individual? Another brother wrote something on his platform and somebody said, oh, come and help us go, stop what you are saying and come and help the youth to go abroad. And the person responded, you are your own helper. Some people took exception to that. Others said, you are right. It always begins with you. Stop looking around at your relatives, the people. What can you do? So mindset shift. You need to change. If you have this mindset that somebody has to do for me, oh, woe is me, asema to me, nipa mra, people should come and help me. Ask yourself, where can I start from before somebody comes to help me? These are conversations that we need to be having. So, as it stands, yeah, you see life through your own unique lens. Yeah. So these are assumptions and expectations you hold about yourself, your life, and the situations around you. How do you see things? I see things a certain way. I'm an older woman. I'm in my 60s. But somebody will say, hey, I've told my story of how I asked myself, where was I in my 20s? Where was I in my 30s? Good morning, Rami. Nice to see you. I hope you are doing okay. Where was I in my 30s? Where was I in my 40s? What happened in my 50s till I got to my mid 50s and had the reawakening? I don't sit around crying over spilled milk. This is my now. This is why I'm here talking, so that somebody, if you're a young person, especially the youth, you are listening, you'll capture some of these messages, you get it and run with it. Okay? So your mindset, how you see things, I only go to positive places. When I see a positive comment, I'll make comments, I'll say something. Or sometimes they give you your response. If I can't think of anything readily, I take one of the Facebook responses and click. But it's always helpful to give somebody valuable feedback. Yes. So for me, on my journey right now, how I see myself, I'm a positive person. I enjoy life. I don't care what anybody thinks about me, because if it's taken me so long to get to this point of reawakening, who are you to come and stop me? We do that a lot in our community. We muzzle people. That is my favorite word, muzzle. Think of this in your mind. Look at my lips, okay? And then you see duct tape over my lips. That's what I'm talking about. We always want people to shut up. Why are you disagreeing with me? I said this and you said something opposite, so we are enemies. No, the mindset has to expand and shift and know that there's different views, different opinions, different factions at any time. Not everybody is going to agree with you, and you need to be comfortable with that. It's about time we get to that place and stop these petty bickerings that we do all over the place. You know, life is about growing and developing. You were not put here on this earth just to come and pass through, wasting space, doing nothing with yourself. What do you have that can benefit somebody? Life is not always just about you. You were put here. There's something inside you that somebody needs. You're an answer to somebody's prayer, just as you think somebody else is an answer to your prayer. When they answer your prayer, what are you going to do with it? Keep it to yourself or help somebody else? I could have sat around thinking, oh, I'm nobody. Oh, I'm nothing. I'm this. I've been minimized. I've been treated this way. I've been treated that way, and all that. But here I am. I refuse to give up. I refuse to. I've been in places where people were so intimidated, so threatened by what was inside me, even when I didn't know it or I didn't see it. Am I going to shut up? I'll tell somebody too so that they also wake up. Hello, Nanaraba. How are my great people? Positive vibe. Hashtag positive vibes only. Greetings, Mama. Great tenacity and nerves of steel. Ouch, I love it. Yes, that is my mantra. My main mantra. The other one is just do it. Don't sit there holding yourself back. Just do it. And you know something? This mindset thing that we are talking about, our people, you have to realize that sometimes you need to pay. You need to pay somebody to help you get back on track. Because if you are stuck emotionally and this and that, woe is me, sitting around having your pity parties, how can you get victorious? You need to go pay somebody to help you so that your mindset, your mindset will shift and embrace change, and then allow you to think that you are also capable, you are worthy. It's not what somebody thinks about you. In our community, we love people, public opinion too much. We're so afraid of it. Take a stand and do what you have to do, no matter what the opposition. Sometimes people oppose you not from a bad place, they are just worried. But then there's that limitation too, in terms of, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, right? Like yesterday, my daughter sent me this video of this Obini girl surfing and riding the waves, and it's like people were making comments, hey, my hometown witches, they won't allow me to just go and do this and come back, or just the typical Ghanaian comments. And somebody may say, how do you know this person is from Ghana? I started laughing, but look at this person, boldly, bravery. And some of the comments that are on there, they are comments that I would make too, because I love being by the water, but I'm afraid of the water. So you see the mindset. When you go and read those things, you just laugh, but it's our mindset. We are so afraid to take any action. Hello, Sister Ajua. How are you? Sister Ajua greets all of you. Welcome. Welcome to the platform. So, yes, our mindset, it's a big thing. It will take you far in life if you develop it. So, what are the key mindsets? So, we have abundance mindset. You find a way to create more opportunities instead of fighting and competing, right? You see our people, what we know is, why do they get to do that? Look at them. Who do they think they are? And then they start cutting your legs, doing all kinds of things. How about you stop and tell yourself there's room enough for both of us? Yes. When you see other ladies doing their Facebook videos, Sister Joa, Pastor P, Sika, and all that, do you sit and say, oh, how come they are doing this? How come? Go and listen and take an idea, grow. They'll say, even go and contribute. It makes it more exciting, more interactive. That is how you gain knowledge. So an abundance mindset, they operate from the point of view that there's room enough for us all. Yes. What figure did I hear Was it an audio I was listening to? Some trillion, I forget the number, so I'll just say trillion amount of dollars around, running around in the world, waiting for somebody to access it. There's enough money. You just need to have the idea and create something. But we sit there and we fight each other. Sister Joa said many Bibini are more inclined to hinder others' success than promote, which is so unfortunate. Exactly. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Sometimes I say I stay away from those places, negativity, naysayers, but sometimes you have to go where they are just to listen, to get a feel of what is going on in the community. At the beginning, if you just came on at the beginning, I was making a comment that we're in 2023, and the main topics you hear are people talking about are ODA, sex matters, women should do this, women should do that, like, and fighting beef. It's 2023. People are creating things. I saw something on the news the other day. I didn't listen to it, but all I saw was this. When you talk of NASA, this space near some object be, and they said the Canadians had created something to help with something. This is what is going on. Knowledge, development. And we are sitting there talking about OD. These are the certain basic functions in life, food, like those things, food, shelter, what have you, satisfying your basic needs. So if people think developing a platform for people to come and find partners or for people to talk about OD, then we are still at the base level. We haven't gone any far. It is terrible. Nanaraba says, knowledge is gained in bits. Precept here, precept there, deep call to deep, iron sharpens iron. Thank you. I love that. Precept here, precept there. Rami says, oh yeah. And Nanaraba said, hey, you said what? Yes. If you're talking about, that is what is going on. That is what is going on. Listen, it's a fact of life. Everybody does it. Abrofo do it. They also have their own things. But I'm saying that they know that they are also doing these same things we are doing in a different way anyway. They are developed. That's why you've left your country to come and sit here. But your country is not developed. So if you look at the brain matter, the, what do you call it? Cerebral resources, so you're kind of saying brain resources that are being wasted, fighting, arguing, arrogance, instead of coming together, setting up a program, setting up whatever to grow people, to develop people. This is where we are at. And we have people chopping the money, nyafu, nyafu, nyafu. And people expect that it's a government who should do things. Look, a lot of these places, when you go there, is the individuals who are developing the society. Yeah. So what is your new idea? Yeah, Sister Joa says it's so depressing to engage in too much negativity. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it, as they say. I don't, because I'm not that kind of person. I'm not wired that way. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm not wired that way. I've trained myself to operate in the positive. So I'd rather, if you see a scale of 1 to 10, I'd rather be a 6 than say I'm a 5, whatever. Even still, no, I'll say I'll give myself 8 over 10. On a bad day, it may be 6 because it's low. But down there, no. It's terrible. And all of these things that we're talking about, it has to be done by the individual. Growth, mindset change starts with you. You have to say, you have to want it. You have to want it. Yes. So yeah, the abundance mindset, they are always looking to create opportunities instead of fighting and competing. A positive mindset, they find solutions rather than problems. Yeah. So if there's a situation, something has come up, oh, what can we do to make it better? Oh, I have this idea. Another person brings an idea. Oh, let's tweak it this way. For myself personally, because of how I've trained my mind, if something happens and it becomes an issue, it becomes a problem. I said, I'm like, oh, and you'll be stressing about it the whole day. Then next time you go, oh, if I'm bent the other way, I'll say, oh, I give up, I'm done with this. But you sit there, and like I say, where's an Arab? Tenacity, great nerves of steel. Why should I give up? I'll try 10 times before I give up. So it's like you'll be there. Sometimes you have to just leave it, walk away, go do something else. Don't give up on it. It can be 2 days later, 3 days later. You come back to it and say, oh, that thing, let me go take a look. As you're looking, another idea, oh, why didn't I think of this? And then you try it. You haven't given up. You've just, you paced yourself. But a lot of people at the first sign of trouble, boom, they are done. Nanaraba says, I wrote my last paper in business ethics and corporate governance last Saturday and yet to finish my project on corporate social responsibility. It's vital to get all the information I need now from people around my line of study to use what I went to school for. Please keep teaching. I'm picking your brain. Nanaraba, thank you so much. Glad to be of help. I have a line in my book that is coming out, my unapologetic self. I think I'll post it next week. It says, make an impact, leave an imprint wherever you go. I said earlier, if you are content to just go through life, not making any impact and from birth to death, and you're happy with it, that's fine. But what you are called upon is to make a difference, make an impact. Rami, oh, thank you. Medasi. So there we have it. And what time is it? Okay, I'll continue. And then the next one is a growth mindset. It is a learning mindset. Improvement through the right training. I will tell myself that I have a growth mindset then because I'm somebody who used to be so scared of learning new things, technology, this, that, right? But now here you are. I wrote my first book. My first coach, through her, I got to know that, oh, there's all this other stuff. You have to know certain things to be able to promote your books, technology. You are doing this, and then it goes, oh, you hear this other thing. So I'll go and check it out. Oh, what is that? I get curious about it. I've said many a time, I'll see something, oh, that is talking about something relating to content creation. And I say the first session is always free. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go and listen. When they make the offer, if I'm interested, I'll get it. If not, I leave it. But even that first session, you learn something. That's why it's always good to have a notebook that you write things in. There are some people, they have these dreams, vivid dreams, what have you. Have the notebook by your bedside and write it. You think dreams are, oh, this, they are that. But sometimes they are messages, something you can do, something you can build on. The world has changed, just an idea. These days, it is not working. The guy, what's his name? Bobby McFerrin. Um, there was this commercial that he used to do. He said, I got 2 jobs. He was so happy. I got 2 jobs. These days, he's not doing 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs. Passive income. Make money while you are sleeping. Sister Joa says there are layers of knowledge and emotional intelligence within our society communities. The hardest part is when the overall norm is below baseline. That is it exactly what I was describing. If we are still in that place where we are talking of basic functions of life, really, excuse me, is that all? You see, sometimes we validate or confirm the impression that Abrofo have. I'll say this in Abrofo have about a baby before that year, Jimmy. And it is so sad because there's a lot of us before doing well. But we've taken it to be that that is not the norm for us. And so we, the same people, we pull our own people down because they are too much, they are too known or predator. So with that, so growth mindset, improvement through the right learning. For me, I always want to learn. It doesn't matter what. I have a lot of audiobooks. Sometimes I forget to be listening to it. When I go back, oh, okay, I listen, you pick something, it speaks to you. Some things you know already, but some things it builds on. Even if you know it, so what? It's just confirmation. You go, oh wow, great, this is good. I felt this way, but I didn't know somebody else felt that way. Yesterday I was listening to Michelle Obama, the audio, and she was talking about being a tall girl and how she felt. And I'm like, oh, that's me. Yeah, I could relate. You are young, you are tall, you feel out of place, you feel gawky, people mock you, and all kinds of things. And so, listening to other people's stories gives you validation, it confirms things, or you learn something new. Let's be a people who are willing and want to learn. It will help us. So, yeah, we'll do some commercials. And so, yeah, but my Boatin Russell is not able to be here today. She's away. Yes. So please follow her on YouTube. She has health and wellness videos, different tips that you can learn from as well. She sells virgin products and all kinds of other products. Yeah, Russell Hints. Please support her. Yeah, has been with me since 2020 when we started this journey. And hey, the rest has been history. As well, on this platform, we do the Saturday Facebook Lives. There's Beauty for a Woman's Heart, beauty lessons with your favorite auntie, based on my book, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. We have Own It with your own ornithologist and queen of Own It, which is an Amazon bestseller. And then I am an Amazon International bestselling author. I have A Word with You, which is a short passage from the Bible of less than a minute, gives you a nugget for the day. There's a longer version of 10 to 15 minutes called Pearls of Wisdom. And I take a passage from the Bible and share my insights as it applies to our daily living. Also, there is My Unapologetic Self. That is my new book. Let me take this comment off. Okay. Give me a sec. So, it's My Unapologetic Self, a guide to being real and living life on my own terms. You know, in the beginning of this plot, at the beginning, I said that we come from a community where we were raised with certain values. These are good values, mind you, but when you grow up, you find out that there's more out there. You need to learn other values, pick the good values from your society, mix it with where you are. That's what I've done, and live your life. I find that we are a people that we've been so restricted, so muzzled, that we don't know who we are, and we think we should all be the same. And so you can't be real, you can't be yourself. All kinds of labels and restrictions are put on you. For myself, I know what mine was. Yes, there's expectations and labels that are put on you that you don't even know who you are. And you have to figure it out and live your best life. So these are my insights. When you read the book, it will also help you on your journey. The other book, Own It, my other book, Own It, these two books, they're kind of guide, self-help things. If you read it, you'll pick some. I don't say I have all the answers, but I shared from my perspective, I shared from my heart, and it will benefit somebody. Because we need to stop putting on these masks and facades, going around being something that we are not. That's why a lot of people, all the fights and beef that we see on social media is from childhood trauma that has not been dealt with. Let us name it and call it out. Do your work. Don't go around bullying somebody who's done their work or trying to shut them up. It's very sad. We have to live our best lives, and this is my take on it. Now, let me take that off. Okay, so we'll continue. Where am I? So, Sister Aisha Ankara, she's in London. She's an Avon agent and also Juice Plus, and then she has kitchen products and luggage, other things that she sells. Please contact her and support her. Sister Aisha does not have a platform, but she's on all these other platforms that I spoke about, always supporting. So You need people like that in your corner who will back you up when you're doing these kinds of programs. So, Sister Aisha, thank you. There's lunchtime talks with our very own Sister Wumrikua. She comes on Fridays, and hey, you know what? She calls it as it is. She tells you where she's coming from, and you got to take it. Yeah, very insightful programs. There's Sister Sika Educates. Sika also is uh, I don't know, a wealth of knowledge, an awesome platform. She shares different things. On Sundays, she does programs with Sister Kuyamwa. They come and talk about different things like personal development, mindset, that kind of thing. And also, even Sister Kuyamwa, she does, there's these programs that for kids, coding, different types of things. I saw something on her platform the other day about gaming, teaching kids. I forget the title, but it's to do with gaming, and it's 8 to 12 years. So I shared it with my son because I've been talking to him about that kind of thing. I said, you know what? Life these days is not taking your kids to go be lawyers, engineers, whatever. My 10-year-old grandson, he likes those kinds of things. So I showed it to him. I said, this is what I'm talking about. And my son goes, oh, yeah, okay, I get it. If like here where I am in my community, we always get a monthly newsletter. So you find some of these courses and it can be $10, $15, which is not much. There's things for adults, there's things for young people that you can pay to go and learn something. So yeah, let's be a people who grow and develop. And also we have Miss Sage. Miss Sage Sage's share. Yeah, the Canadians are still waiting, but we have been very patient. She sells a variety of products, t-shirts with a map of Africa, Ghana, jewelry, shea butter creams. Please visit her platform, sageshare.com. And then we have Sister Ajua, although she does Abrabomusem on Fridays. Yes, anything goes, or it can be a specific topic. And then on Saturdays, she does marriage lessons, and with Reverend Osofo, Reverend Osofo Samuel Okoso, very knowledgeable man of God. Great, they share great insight. Sometimes it's not even relating to marriage per se. I think today's topic is around religion. Sister Ajua, as I sit here, I forgot that I have a program at church, so I'm going to miss it, but maybe I'll listen to it later. Yeah. So, and then there's Pastor Patience Edwards. She is an ASEA health agent, if I'm saying the right thing. ASEA is a product that I have tried, so I can confirm that yes, it is a great product. It helps with the digestive enzymes, it promotes gut health, it detoxifies toxins in the body, it fortifies the walls of the stomach, it helps with acid reflux, and then hormonal balance. It also controls inflammation. So please contact her. She's also a tap agent. You use Lady P, her code, and you get a discount. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Our sister Eunice also, she does financial training. Please contact her if you need any assistance. There's free training that they do Thursday evenings. Yes. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Oh, okay. On Sundays, do we do a Life Transforming Center? It's a collaboration between Pastor Patience Edwards, Mr. Kofi Trematin Ababio, Sister Lady Felicia Rich Lady, and myself. We discuss various topics of interest: finance, health, self-development. We've been on a break, but we'll be continuing sometime in February. So we'll let you know when that date is. So with that, I will go back and look at some comments. If I've missed anybody, I hope to pick it up. But if I don't get to you, it is not intentional. It's just there's too many things flashing. Let's read some comments. Quite a few have come in. Okay. Oh, she says, wow. Okay. And then Sister Ajua says, unfortunately, the perception of the Abrofo half of a Bibifo plays itself out on social media based on some undisciplined behaviors and off camera as well. Yes, that was the topic yesterday that I missed. Many can be easily influenced with lies, greediness, selfish interest, scams, and pretense. There you go. Awesome points made, Sister. Yeah, thank you. And then Rami is still on her Anobomsky track. Much love and thank you for the promo. No problem. Miss Sage says, greetings, Miss Ya and the beautiful people abroad. Miss Sage, we finished talking about you again. And then to suggest, no problem. Everything we are doing is for a greater cause. Okay, so let's continue. Where was I? So we've been talking about, today's topic is, we're continuing the series, The Path to Success. Today's topic is developing a growth mindset. And then we talked about what is mindset, and I've talked about some of the key mindsets. So we're going to go to what is a growth mindset, how to develop one. I said that earlier, that a growth mindset is a learning mindset, improvement through the right training. There's people who are fixed mindset. They are only stuck with the education that they had, the basic education, kindergarten to elementary to secondary school or junior high, and then if they went to college or not, and that's it. All they believe in is anything I can do is my innate abilities. This is what I know. I don't need to do anything further, and that's it for them. A growth mindset, they want to learn. It is continuous. They are learning something every day. It's like me. I saw a book that a friend, Marie, had posted, Mind Fuel. It looked interesting. It looked exciting. I got it. And I'm reading because it's talking about your physical health. Your mental health is as important as your physical. We're running around doing all these things, but we don't stop to check in with ourselves. I've said before that I make this joke that yes, all of us every year we need to go get you need to check in with yourself. Are you okay? We don't do that work. You see, this is what I know. Where we come from, everything is be quiet. We are kolaboni. Keep quiet. Don't talk. This and that. And so you hold a lot of stuff inside. I was like that. When I think back to it, when I came to Canada, I was in my mid-20s. I was always angry. I didn't know why. You know, everything, because you are carrying a lot of baggage. You are not allowed to talk. Somebody does something to do, oh, be quiet. It doesn't matter. You only keep quiet. And these things are not expressed. And then later you start to see behaviors from people, from family members, and you go, oh, what is going on? We don't deal with stuff. We don't. And then we the same people with our trauma, the baggage that we are spewing out on people and harming people. When we see the abrof, go, oh, brony, say, no, can't feelings, no, so no, yes, say no, crying, and this, that's how we label them. But you, if you had that opportunity, wouldn't you talk? The biggest, I don't even know if I'm using the right word, paradox or whatever. Look at how we've been raised. And then you are here with your kids and you are doing the same thing to them. But think about it, they are being raised different in the classrooms. So they question everything. And then you are going to do, hey, hey, hey. You lose them quick. Oh, let me read these comments and I'll continue. Miss H says, happy Saturday. Thanks, Miss Here, for the promo on your educated platform. Thank you. Trami says, true. Very correct. Nana Araba says, emotional baggage. Odosu, Papa. We're not dealing with it and we don't want to talk about it. Yes. So you can see a picture and it's very emotional. Somebody sitting there, they've lost their husband, they are crying and this, and then there's somebody sitting by them. It's an elderly person. It could be the mother, it could be the aunt, it could be whatever. But you don't see any interaction like the person holding them and saying, oh, this and that and that. And so you ask yourself, okay, what is it? Is it our upbringing? We don't show emotion. Even when we are breaking down in tears, there's people who just sit and just be watching you. Really? Yes, vulnerability is seen as weakness. They need to go read Brené Brown's books. It's this in itself is a whole topic, Nanaraba. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. So let's carry on. Let me see here. So mindset, how to develop one. So if you want to develop one, be somebody who's curious to learn new things. Be highly adaptable and open to challenges. Look, nowadays, this is what I say, informal education is what is going on. You can sit at your laptop or your computer, open YouTube, find something that you are interested in, that, oh, I need to learn how to do this. It will be there. It could be something that's 57 minutes or 20 minutes or 30. It can be 10. It can be 5, depending what you are looking for. Isn't that a better use of time than going to listen to beef about Obia on shed ross or whatever they say? You can learn a lot of things. Like if you're highly adaptable, things are changing, you flow with it. Like me right now, the greatest thing that I find is a lot of this technology, because you're trying to promote, you're trying to do this, you're trying to develop this, you're trying to do, it's all technical. You have to learn how to do certain things. But we're doing it little by little. You learn. It's like, it's not, you shouldn't be afraid to learn new things. Try it. Even look, if you go to YouTube and you go, how do I set up such and such? It will walk you through line by line. If you don't understand, maybe somebody who's doing it and is good at it, ask them a question. Yeah. And then also to develop a might have to be open learning. See, everybody learns in different ways, right? So be willing to try new approaches to learning. Don't say, oh, this is not for me. I can't do it. Oh, what's going on there? When I was in school, the teacher did this to me, so I don't want to waste my time again. Really? That is old news. It's history. Get over it. It will benefit you if you embrace new learnings, new ways of doing things. Even now, like reading, we complain, oh, I don't have time to read. What is there? Audio. Listen. Write some notes. Learn. And then this one is for people. It's like grow beyond your job description. How to develop a growth mindset is what we're talking about. So if you're in a work situation, for example, you expand your capabilities, get out of your comfort zone. It's not only about, there's people who go to work and they only do what is required of them. I'm not talking about letting yourself be used and abused. I'm saying that there's times that you have to be willing to help out the team. Somebody's not around, there's a project, there's a little bit of it that somebody has to do, offer, because you don't ordinarily do that. But in going to take on that assignment, you learn some new skills. These are all things that benefit you because you can put it on your resume. If a position opens up in your workplace or somewhere else, you go, oh, I have that experience. It's over here. You go apply. Or even they'll say, oh, yeah, I remember she did this and that project. Yes, she knows already. We don't need to train a new person. Let's take her. That's how the world works. So we are sitting there and then we say, oh, whom you know. And they will give the job. Me, I won't try because I know who they are going to give it to. Says who? You try too. It is a competitive world. Push yourself and get in there. As well, celebrate wins. Okay. Celebrate wins. Oh, Rami says it got to a point that some of my family members said to me that I'm a bad person because I stand for the truth. That is the most horrible thing. I relate because I'm like that. I'll tell it as it is, and people don't like it. They want to cover up, do katasumu, so oh, this or that. No. If I keep accepting that, when am I going to live my true self? Nah. Nope. And learn to relearn. Thank you, Nana Araba. That is our blockade right there. Barriers, challenges, impediments. Oh, this is all I know. This is how it's always been done. There's no other way. Oh, you are doing work on online. What is that? Oh, they don't have a job. They are lazy. Let's pull up a few young adults who are making millions, six figures, and whatever, and then tell them they are lazy. All right. So next point is celebrate small wins. Not celebrate your wins, right? Any progress that you make should be recognized. You know the type of people that we are. If somebody is talking about good things that happened to them, we say they are boasting because we are a VM4. Really? Look, I was in a Ghana church. My pastor said one thing. He says, we Ghanaians, we're not good at selling ourselves. You need to be proud. If you are not going to be proud of who you are, what you've accomplished, who's going to do it for you? Because those people, they don't even want to. Jealousy is eating them up, so they don't want to. And you are going to sit there and be, oh, that's for me, this and that. It's like me, when I come and I'm talking about my unapologetic self, then I say my faith book, and somebody says, oh, the faith book, I say, yeah, it is the faith. It is the truth. It is real. Should I lie? Should I hide? I've done a lot of hiding in my life. I don't do it anymore. You just tell it as it is. Yes, it is the faith book. Deal with it. You know, we need to learn to be happy for people. We do. The truth sometimes hurts, but it's better for someone to tell me the truth. I don't like people who pretend. I need to know. Like, don't pretend you like me when you don't. It doesn't work. I mean, yeah, maybe you are pretending. Maybe I don't know that you are pretending, but who are you harming? Yourself. Because you are not living, you're not being your true self. So, when people are celebrating, celebrate with them, their milestones. You know, recognize, like, it's good to be recognized and praised. We are human beings. Everybody likes to do well. You can't sit there and live a mediocre life and then think that, oh, it's going to be good, it's going to be great, wallow in self pity when you see other people doing well. Meanwhile, you haven't made the effort. Also, to develop a growth mindset, you have to embrace failure. Mistakes Mistakes are essential in the learning process. I always quote Thomas Alva Edison, the guy who created the light. I saw a quote of his recently. It says something about, I didn't fail. He's, he didn't fail. He only found 10,000 ways that were wrong. So maybe he tried something so many times, he failed, he failed. He's not calling himself a failure. If he had given up, we wouldn't have the light bulb. So you see, because of I'll say it again, we come from a place of shame. We're a shaming culture, so people are afraid to fail because they'll be laughed at, they'll be mocked. Yes, you will be, but you get up and you keep going. Never you mind. Before they know it, you are there, and then the same people will come, oh, how did you do it? Yeah, weren't you the one mocking me? So reflect also on your learning journey. At each point in time, review your progress. What can you learn from your setbacks? How can you use those for improvement? Okay, so let's see. We're going to look at benefits of a growth mindset. There's a lot of benefits, right? You have new skills. It boosts your happiness, both personally and in your work life. Because when you do something, go, oh, wow, I learned this, I know that. It gives you joy. I don't know, unless you're not, I'm speaking from experience for me that sometimes you think that something is so difficult, you keep putting it off. Yes, let me tell you a story. So, for my first three books, I sent it to publishers. The fourth one, I did coaching with Dr. Fred Jones. So, I had to self publish through Amazon. Yeah. And so, when I finished this book, I'm like, oh, yeah, I need to go and do the self publishing thing. and you keep putting it off. But before you can do anything or talk about a book to anybody, you need to think quickly about the book cover. So I got that done. And as I was doing all these pieces, and then the guy on Fiverr who had done the formatting for Kindle and the paperback, I contacted him. So he said he would do it. It's been since November ending or somewhere that I told my kids, hey, the manuscript is ready. And I'm sitting around December and I said, January has passed. And I said, no, 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 you better start. So I did. And you know what was blocking me? Oh, I have to go back into Kindle and put in the new book. You think because you've set it up, the first time is very long. There's a lot in there. But I went in and I did it just in the twinkle of an eye. He finished the book cover. I put it in. It didn't work. So I told him, they said this RBG something. He fixed it. So I threw it in. And then I they need a summary. So I put that in. So the other guy is formatting, right? So I'm sitting there this week and I told myself a few days ago, actually, I said, what was holding me back? And what is that? Like right now, all I need to do is the book cover. No, not the cover, the back cover, what I'll put on the back cover and the picture and all that. And then I need to apply for there's a place in Canada of the government agency that you apply for the copyright thing. So one little thing. And even when I went in, they said, okay, if you are doing the book on pre-order, I put it to December, but I know it will be sooner. So for me, figuring things out, oh, I was being lazy. I'm working on so many different things. And if I didn't take action on this, I'll be pushing it back. Meanwhile, I'm saying out in 2023, I know I can do it. If it could even be out in March if I tried, but I don't want to I'm just saying 2023. So, little steps that bring you satisfaction, you, the individual. So I'm using this story to elaborate. You learn something, you feel so happy. I'm like, oh, it's not so bad after all. I did it. You have to do it and then you have to teach somebody to be doing it because I'm a book coach. I knew I could do it, but I was just sitting there holding myself back. I'm like, this was simple enough. Get it done. There's only certain things you have to be aware of. Like never, when you are doing the Amazon's Kindle setup, never submit. Just always save as draft because if you go and submit when you are not ready, you put a date there. You can't, they'll ding you. You can't publish till a year later or something like that. Yeah. So that's my satisfaction. Also, some benefits of a growth mindset, relationship building. You become successful at collaborating with others because you don't have any insecurities, you don't have any fears, you're a positive person, you are innovative, you have the confidence, and you know that you're all together. Somebody has something you don't have, you have something they don't have. You can learn from each other. No room for insecurities. And as well, problem solving. You're able to get over discouragement. Remember when I was explaining about doing something, it doesn't work, come back 2 days later, you go, oh, I have a new idea, let me fix it. People like that don't give up. They just push at it. They look at things a different way and solve their problem. Okay, they find new ways to solve problems. Also, self-esteem. Growth mindset helps build one's self-esteem and a sense of accomplishment. Yeah. So learn to get things done. Look, basically, I've been here, I've given highlights of mindset. There's lots of books and resources out there that you can grow and learn from. Let me take these comments and then I'll summarize and we will be done. Oh, bless you too, Rami. Rami, you're very intelligent, mommy. Oh, thank you. I accept that. I take it. Thank you. You see what I just did? What I just did? In our culture, when somebody says you're good, oh, Debbie, oh, blah, 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 and we'll be self-effacing. And that's what has made us more and more and more timid. If somebody gives you a compliment, accept it. That was the lesson. Nanaraba says, we're in a digital world, and as a business student, I can't begin to tell how the network has exposed me to some powerful networking and given me a wealth of awesome people I never met who have even helped me at one point in time. Yet you will get some people who will go like, you are always online. why this and that. It's called networking. And Araba, I think you and I, you should come so that I interview you one day and ask some questions. Let's talk. Good. Okay. Let's see. I mean, it's why do people do that? Instead of saying, oh, hey, you seem to be gathering a lot of information. Can you share? I'd like to learn or, get some nuggets from you. And so if Nanaraba is not persistent, if she doesn't have tenacity, grit, and nerves of steel, she'll fall back and be wallowing in self-pity. Keep going, girl. Just keep pushing. Okay? So with that, we have come to the end of the program. We started this series a few weeks ago, The Path to Success. We've talked about stagnation and comfort zones, which not being productive. We talked about triumphing over mediocrity. We talked about traits of highly successful people. And today we've been talking about developing a growth mindset. We talked about what mindset is, what is a growth mindset, how to develop one, benefits. So at the end of the day, everything depends on you, the individual. You are welcome, Nanaraba. Everything starts with you, the individual. If you are not doing what you are supposed to do, and you come and call me thinking that I should do it for you, what am I going to do? I'm going to run far from you because you don't want to push. You want to offload your responsibilities onto me. There are certain things that you, the individual, have to do. It starts with you. If Nanaraba calls me right now and wants to ask a question or wants to do coaching or what have you, I know Nanaraba, I know what she's about. We will talk. But there are some of us that we think people have to do the work for us. Every time we want to be carried, we want to be babied. We haven't gotten out of that environment. Listen, if I lived in that environment, I'm sure I'd be doing the same too. But there's always room for change. Yet there's still people in that society, in our system back home, who are also pushing and developing. They are there. But it's just that all this other stuff has overtaken the good stuff. We need to do and be better. What it is everything depends on your mind, how you are using it. Let's stop saying that the graveside is the place with the most awesome resources, gray matter, brain matter on earth because we didn't use it. Use your brain now. It was given to you for a purpose. You'll be happier when you live your true and authentic life. Life is full of learning. Whether you are working or not working, there's times that you can learn. You have to carve out time for yourself. You have to carve out time for yourself to do these things. We always say we don't have time, but you make time. When I was writing my books, I would go to work with a notebook. Okay? I'm not somebody who does friends anymore. At my age, I don't care. My time is valuable. So coffee time, you see me, I go to the basement, the food court. There's always tables there. And you see me sitting there with my snack or call a tea or what have you, writing for the day. I put it in my break times is when I did it. So you don't ever say you don't have time. Make time. Make time. Yes, make time. Otherwise, you'll never accomplish your goals because you make excuses. So Rami says it's always about the individuality of the person. A message says the sweet smell of success. Indeed. So you know what? All that I'll leave with you is that your brain is your most valuable, your mind is your most valuable asset. Use it to its full potential. Don't shortchange yourself. Don't let anybody limit you. They say the sky is the limit. The sky and beyond is what I say. Do what you have to do. I know there's a lot of people who watch me and they go, oh, this woman, because they think they know me. So, oh, what is she doing? Look at her, this and that. No, I am on my mission. Yes. And it's not to sit here and talk at people. Yes, I'm sharing information, but I'm doing what brings me joy, what fulfills me with no holds barred. I got out of environments where people want to limit me, people want to restrict me. I got to be real and honest with me. my unapologetic self. I'll leave it right there. Take care, okay? Thank you all for coming on. Anybody who was on this morning, if I start naming names, I'll forget. So I thank you so much. I appreciate you. And if you come on after, please leave us your comments. We'll review and respond to you. Take care and have a blessed week. Watch out for the videos on this platform during the week. And if you have anything you want to share, just DM me. Okay? Thank you. Love you all. Bye-bye. Don't forget to join Osofo, Samuel, and Sister Ajua this afternoon. It's an interesting topic coming up. Take care. Bye-bye.